Adobe's ultimate goal was to become a Chick-fil-A operator in California, and that dream came true in 2014 when she was selected to be one of the owners and operator of the Pasadena location. In her own words, as the operator of this Chick-fil-A restaurant, my goal is to consistently exceed my guests' expectations by providing great service in a welcoming, safe, and friendly environment. In addition, I strive to focus on supporting the community of Pasadena by building lasting relationships, providing opportunities for growth and development for my team members. I actually got a chance to experience this in real time. Chick-fil-A was delivered to the speakers. There was no sauce included, and Adobe actually went and grabbed the sauce for all of us. That's her commitment to maintaining high level customer experience. So thank you everybody. Next is Crystal Adesanya. Crystal is the CEO and co-founder of Kira Health. Kira Health is the first of its kind, a telemedicine company revolutionizing the women's health space, starting with colleges and universities. Crystal is from Nigeria. She came to the United States to study at the University of Houston. Any Cougars in the house? Okay. And quickly became passionate about women's health following a personal negative healthcare experience. She started Kira Health to address women's health inequities. Kira's health investors include Bumble, Backstage Capital, and Serena Ventures. Yes, that's Serena, as in Serena Williams, the greatest of all time. Crystal is a 2021 Forbes 30 Under 30 honoree, was named Entrepreneurs Magazine 100 Most Powerful Women in 2020, and has been featured in publications such as Forbes, TechCrunch, MedCity News, and more. Crystal is also the founder of Fem Health Tech, a yearly healthcare conference centered around women's health innovation and technology. The conference highlights the importance of innovation in women's health and the amazing founders behind these innovations. Little fun fact about Crystal, she was actually one of the finalists at the first inaugural UIU Startup Pitch Competition in 2019. And fast forward 2 years later, she's raised a total of $4 million. Not one, not two, not three, but $4 million. Thank you for being a judge here. Appreciate it. All right, next is Ogechi, Nwoko, MD, and MBA. Ogechi, please stand, say hello. Okay. She is the Director of Business Development at Anthem for the Digital Care Delivery and advises digital health startups through the Anthem Innovation Studio. Her role encompasses developing strategic partnerships with digital healthcare startups and tech-enabled healthcare companies to fill the needs of commercial and government plans under Anthem. Ogechi is a member of the Anthem Clinical Evidence Committee and leads Women's Health Strategy for Innovation. Ogechi also mentors startups through the Techstars Accelerator. She received her MD from Morehouse School of Medicine and an MBA from Georgia Tech. Prior to her training, she ran clinical trials for biopharma CRO in Southern California. You know, fun fact about Ogechi is that she left a career as a general surgeon to advise startups. And she thinks advising startups is actually more difficult than being a surgeon. So last but not least, we have Mr. Eric Goodie. Eric is currently serves as the area vice president for the Houston Area Urban League. He is responsible for affiliate operations, provides vision, leadership, organizational governance, and strategic direction for the agency. In his role, he manages Urban League administration, programs, corporate relationships, identifies funding or charitable opportunities, and secures program resources. Prior to Urban League, Mr. Goodie's career in corporate America includes American General, Century Development, and Sherman Lehman Brothers. Eric serves as the president of Harris County Municipal Utility Number 15 and Lincoln Green Advisory Members responsible for asset management, community development, and water systems. Goodie is a native historian who attended Prairie View University, University of Houston, and received certification from the Indiana University Lilly School of Philanthropy. Fun fact about Eric, he is married to his wife of 29 years, the mother, and he has 2 children. And another interesting fact is he's celebrating his 30th anniversary in November. So, thank you again. Thank you again for being one of our judges. I'd like to, before I invite Kingsley on stage, I'd like to just thank some of our donors. I'd like to thank Adaobi Gwacham from Chick-fil-A for being a donor, Anthem Health for being a donor, Sure Medical, Cure Health, and Ernest Azina and Ozisco.com. Please give a round of applause to all our donors. And with that, I'd like to introduce the man, the brains behind all this UIU competition over the years, Mr. Kingsley. Before please come in and say a few words.
I mean, how do I outpace this guy? I'm not trying to, but I do want to sort of emphasize how critical it is that we're doing what we're doing. So my name is Kingsley Ufere. I'm from Imo State. Imo State. So I'm the program manager of UIU Connects. In my professional life, I work for Chevron as a global manufacturing safety.
And we decided to take a tech-enabled approach to making sure that anybody who wanted Nigerian food, whether you're Nigerian, African, or American, could get access to Nigerian food wherever you are in the United States of America. And how we do this is, we produce these meals, we package them, ship them to the doorsteps of customers anywhere in the United States, so far you have an address. And these meals are already made, which makes it possible for you to skip the grocery shopping, cooking process, and all you need is reheating it in your microwave or on your stovetop, and you're ready to eat your favorite Nigerian dish. Now, what we do as well at the same time is we try to educate the market about Nigerian culture, Nigerian food, and African cuisine. Now you might ask, how do customers experience this? I want to take you through an experience of the customer. And here's a short video that shows how customers enjoy and use the product of All I Do Is Cook. You go on the website and you order whatever dishes you want. We have a varying range of dishes, fada stew, asum, pies, roto crisps, and the oil. We have a line of condiments as well, made out of Scotch bonnets, which every Nigerian loves spice. And it's handy, so you can totally take this to your restaurant, anywhere you go to, and spice to your food. And whenever you get your box, you just bring out the food, reheat it, and eat it in any way that you want to eat it. So this is a very easy approach for anybody that wants to enjoy Nigerian food. You get it delivered to you, and in 5 minutes, you're ready to eat. Now you might ask, how do we make money? We make money in 2 different ways. First, we sell to customers, and we sell to businesses. The first way we sell to customers is by direct to consumer shipping, which is we send these products to the doorsteps of customers anywhere in the US, as I said. And if you're based in Houston, you can totally do a curbside pickup at our facility on Westheimer. Selling to businesses involves stocking our products in grocery stores, in curated marketplaces, which we are actually about to get into with our condiments line. We're going to be catering lunches to schools around the United States. We're going to have our food in hotels, so whenever you're sick and you go to your hospital, you can have the option of eating jollof rice on your sick bed. We're going to have our food in restaurants and in food service businesses, and also in co-working spaces where you can totally just grab a pack of jollof and something from the fridge. Now, we have so many different customers, and our customers cut across different markets. Our customers are in frozen food consumers, condiments consumers, businesses, and also specialty beverage consumers. We have in the works a line to bring out specialty beverages influenced by Nigerian flavors and African flavors as well. In total, we have a market that we're trying to reach that includes 90 million consumers. So the goal is to put Nigerian food, African flavors in front of 90 million consumers very soon. Now, I ask, how do we get our customers? How do customers find us? We use a combination of email marketing, text marketing, social media, and the most important one, word of mouth. Because as we've noticed, it's a niche market and nobody wants to try Nigerian food from somewhere nobody has ever tried. Word of mouth is one of the biggest ones, and social media, Twitter as well, is a place a lot of customers discover us. Now, customers go on there after they get their food and they talk about us as well. So you can do a Twitter search, all I do is cook and see what pops up. It's definitely going to be good reviews. And I screenshotted the best ones for this speech. Somebody down here is talking about, we did a really good thing with Roto Crisps and using to make breakfast tacos. So this shows the range of our products available. There are things you can eat or things you can use with other food meals that you have. Now, there's a really good one up there that says, if you're Nigerian in the US, I urge you to try out All I Do Is Cook. They've got dishes from home you miss, and let me not even get started on the meat and chicken pies. That's one of my favorite things we sell. They deliver anywhere in the US and their website is really impressive. You will not be disappointed. That's a screenshot of a tweet somebody posted right after they received their box that shows how the meals come to your doorstep. So all you need to do is just reheat that and then get to enjoy the food. Now, there are a ton of people that would probably try to solve this problem of getting Nigerian food to everybody. But here are some reasons why we know that we're in the best position to solve it. First of all, we guarantee really good convenience and accessibility with our e-commerce store, where anybody anywhere with an internet connection can actually purchase from us. The quality and the range of our products is unmatched. We have stellar customer service, which is a huge pain point for a lot of businesses that try to do this. And we own our own production facility, which means we're able to cut down our manufacturing costs and we're able to ensure that our quality remains the same. And also, with the produce that we use, we're creating jobs for farmers back in Nigeria.
Nice.
Now, in our team, we have 3 really amazing people. Myself being one of the amazing people. I have a bachelor's degree in accounting. I have a master's degree in hospitality management. I've worked at the biggest resort, the casino and resort in the United States. So I kind of know something about hospitality. And also I taught marketing at the University of North Texas for 2 semesters. We also have Bethany, who's the co-founder. And Bethany is a UH graduate, and she's a French trained chef as well. We have Margaret, who is a double bachelor degree holder and is a product verification engineer with Player in Canada. In 2008, when we started, we shipped out 80 boxes, and then the next year, 2019, we shipped out 350 boxes. Between 2019 and 2020, we had an increase in our orders of 728%, and in 2020, we shipped out 2,900 boxes, which was a really good increase from what we did the previous year. Currently, to date, this year, we've shipped out about 2,300 boxes, which shows that the business is growing, more people are beginning to see the need for this, and also we're solving so many people's problems. At All I Do Is Cook, we really have big dreams. And one of those big dreams is that we're going to IPO someday, because we see ourselves as the Unilever for Nigerian food. Right now, we are at a point between shipping 7,000 boxes this year. We own our own production facility. We're about to go into our first capital raise. We're nearing $800,000 in revenue, and we're here today pitching this competition to make sure that UIU is going to be part of our story and plays a very important role in getting us into the business-to-business market and helping us go forward faster. Thank you so much.
It's not that easy.
It's my first time. I haven't done this before.
I have a question. You mentioned suppliers from Nigeria. Can you help me understand that a little bit more on how that process looks like in regards to bringing agriculture back from Nigeria to America?
Okay, so to answer that, we started really small, buying from markets here. Wazobia market was like our biggest supplier. But as we grew the inquiry, we need to take advantage of economies of scale. So what we did was that we partnered with a company that actually gets produce directly from farmers in Nigeria. They're located in Ogun State. So this guarantees that we're patronizing the farmers directly and we're getting the produce. Now this company is licensed to actually import Nigerian products, spices and all that stuff into the United States. So it's in no way contraband because it's licensed, because whenever we get into grocery stores, we have to show that facilities have been inspected, it's been packaged and things like that. So that's how we do that. So it's kind of like a direct funnel from us, Nigerians over here, basically creating jobs for farmers back home through us. Thank you.
So first, excellent presentation.
Thank you so much.
In terms of scalability, what are you doing to further expose your products to the broader market? And then what platforms are you using in order to facilitate that marketing process?
So as I did mention earlier during the presentation that we're trying to educate the market about our products and our food. And we have our Nigerian celebrities really to thank. They're doing a huge job at that, and everybody's listening to Afrobeats, everybody's getting in Nigerian culture, and now in China, everybody wants to try the food. So we do have a media arm, which we are launching very soon, that's going to actually make sure that what they do is teach the public, and not just Nigerians, not just Africans, but everybody else. We're also partnering with a branded company that's going to put the message out there that Nigerian food isn't specialty food, it's food that everybody should eat every day. And we're doing that with showing people the benefits of our food through media, through social media and email marketing and things like that. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. I have a question. Great presentation, Toby.
Thank you.
Who do you think in the market is similar to you, and who would you be going head to head with?
We're in the intersection of Freshly, Blue Apron, and Unilever. So it's in that mix because we have products that are shelf stable that can go into grocery stores and be on there. And we also have a range of ready-to-eat meals. This is like what Freshly sells to people. We have that. For Blue Apron, we're cutting out the need for people to receive boxes and then start cooking, which is like an added benefit. You just get a box, it's already ready. So we kind of like picked the best things of everybody, and we're doing that as well. So we kind of like to refer to ourselves as the Unilever for African flavors, and we want to be as big as Unilever very soon.
You may have missed this, but what's the price points of like this is single plate? What does that look like?
So right now we have an average order size of $100, but we've noticed that our customers actually order 4, 5, 6 items. Now the cheapest item on the store is $8. The most expensive item is $35. So you're buying a soup that costs $35 and you're getting 5 servings out of it. That's kind of like a price that nobody matches in the market. And we're able to do that because we're taking advantage of economies of scale, just bulk producing and then making sure that that's what we're doing.
So in addition to your e-commerce, what specific point of purchase, stores, locations are you guys trying to identify to further expose the product to the general consumer?
Okay, to answer that question, 2 weeks ago I walked into a store in Houston and asked them, do you guys have anything that's spicy on the shelves? But they didn't, so I gave them one of our products to try, and my phone was ringing, hey, we need to stock this on our shelves. So what we're doing is we're starting with curated marketplaces. Those little grocery stores, mom and pop grocery stores, way that's expanding our market, not just Nigerian grocery stores, but grocery stores that are patronized by every other person in the Heights, in East downtown areas of Houston. So we're starting with those, and then we're looking at inroads into places like Central Market, like Whole Foods, and then gradually getting our stuff so that anybody that wants to try it anywhere in the United States can get access to it.
You mentioned that you plan on raising some capital soon. Could you just tell us how much you plan to raise and what you plan to do with it?
I'll start with the last question. What we plan to do with whatever we raise is, we just moved into our production facility, so we're trying to go from shipping out 6,000 orders in a year to somewhere close to 30,000 orders in a year. So everything that we need to do to achieve that in terms of machinery, in terms of hiring people, in terms of establishing the media department, and also having our own growth and marketing team in-house, those are the things that we would need. We would use the money for, whatever money we raise at this point. And regarding the exact amount, we don't know exactly how much we're going to be raising, but we have a lot of steps to go before we get to that point in figuring out how much we're going to raise exactly. Thank you.
Thank you, Toby. All right. So, first of all, I just want to stress a point. The UIU Startup Pitch was open to all UIU paid members. So, hoping that next year we can see some of you on stage here. So, please start thinking about your ideas and start thinking about applying for next year. I want to give the judges a few minutes to confirm that they're done with your scoring. That's good. Kingsley, thumbs up. All right, while we check on that, again, just round of applause for all the finalists. All right. So coming next on stage is Kalechi and Tiffany, and their company is GrabGrubGo. Y'all ready? Everybody loves food trucks. Food trucks are a wonderful way to meet new friends and new people, to try out trendy new cuisine, and of course, food trucks are accessible. Well, are they accessible? I mean, honestly, I don't know where any food trucks are. Do you? And even if we knew where to actually find the food trucks, how do we know what's on the menu? How do we know what they serve? How do we know if they accept my form of payment? I only keep cash. And if somehow I am able to figure all these things out, how do I know the next time I'll actually be able to see this same food truck?
These are the problems that keep customers from actually patronizing food trucks as often as they would like, and thus food trucks are losing lots of money. GrabGrubGo elevates the food truck experience by placing the power to locate them and order from them right in the palm of your hand. Our mobile app will enable you to locate nearby trucks that are serving the cuisine that you're craving in real time, then skip the line and order online, and then rate and review your experience, and then follow your face so you'll get a notification the next time they're nearby you.
Now, with the GrabGrubGo app, users will now have a whole new way to experience their food. Users will be able to discover what food trucks are actually in the area and be able to interact with them directly. They'll be able to do this by scanning the QR code on the truck and pulling up the menu, by accessing our vendor showcase right on the homepage of the app. And of course, they'll be able to search for their food items both by food truck and by cuisine. Now, once a customer has already gone ahead and ordered their food, that customer will have the option of being able to make their payment via mobile app or by walk-up. And once that's completed, that user will actually get a notification through their phone that gives them the wait time for them to actually get their food, the ticket number, and lovely, you'll actually also be able to receive directions that tell you exactly where to go to actually pick up your order. And after all of that, after you've gotten your food, after you're happy, you'll actually be able to post a review that lets people know exactly how much you enjoyed your order. Now, when we took a look at the competitive landscape, we realized that food trucks, unfortunately, have to use a number of different platforms in order to conduct their day-to-day business. And this doesn't help any of us as customers. Now, imagine if you wanted to order food, you have to use one app just to find where all the food trucks are, a second app to see what menu options are available, and a third app just to make a payment. And don't forget, you'd actually have to use a fourth app just to make a review. So unfortunately, this is a very cumbersome process, but this is the landscape today. Enter GrabGrubGo. Now, we've been able to take a look at the entire competitive landscape from our competitors and take the benefits within their various circles and merge them into one sophisticated, streamlined, end-to-end solution. This way, a customer and a food truck will be able to communicate with each other directly. So now as a customer, I'll be able to know what food trucks are in the area. Food trucks will be able to let me know when my food is available for pickup. I'll be able to make my order directly through the application, and I'll be able to make a review all through one platform.
So how are we going to make money with this little venture? And first, we're going to charge our food truck vendors a monthly platform access fee. In addition, we're also going to charge their customers a convenience fee for each order that they place through the app. Food trucks are a very high volume or transaction business. So in 2019, the average food truck brought in $290,000 in revenue. When you divide that by the amount of the average food truck order, that equates to over 23,000 transactions. If you extrapolate that into the entire U.S. market, which contains over 32,000 food trucks, we're looking at over 748 million transactions in a single year, and that's growing. The Houston market comprises 35 million of those transactions, and GrabGrubGo looks to capitalize on at least 20% of that in our first year. The way we're going to do that is we're going to go straight to where the highest volume of transactions are already occurring. So we're going to go straight to the food truck parks that are very popular and scattered throughout the city. Then we're going to build alliances with recurring festivals, with office buildings, and then we're also going to offer referral discounts for customers to bring their friends and family to the platform. My name is Tiffany Tribble, and I am in charge of business development and branding for the company. I bring over 7 years of experience from the financial services sector and also 3 years of corporate buying and marketing experience.
And my name is Ogechi. I run the tech and the frameworks that power the GrabGrubGo platform. I have over 10 years of experience in cybersecurity, oil and gas, IT, as well as roadside assistance. Now, our roadmap. Our plan currently is to funnel the winnings from this competition directly into our app development. By doing so, we aim to be able to actually have our beta phase by Q4 of 2021, so by the end of this year. Now, from that beta phase, through rigorous testing, we moved into our pilot phase on our roadmap. That pilot phase will include 10 food trucks. And from those 10 food trucks during our pilot phase in Q1 of 2022, we aim to move into launch. Now, launch, which will take place Q2 of 2022, will include 50 food trucks in the Houston area, right in time for the summer.
Okay, this year, UIU said that their focus was to reimagine, redefine the user experience for tech. And our app, ladies and gentlemen, is just the beginning of that. So with a multi-city expansion that we're planning in 2022 and also working with local organizations to secure permanent food truck locations, we're actually planning to launch a full-fledged outdoor experience. Right now, our interactions with food trucks are really nothing more than just an economic exchange, but they could be so much bigger and better than that. instead of just standing in line under the undulating, heat and then juggling for change for a hot dog, we're imagining people being really excited for events and enjoying entertainment and then creating memorable experiences with their community that starts with great food from great food trucks. Because our app is going to streamline the ordering process, we give so much time back to the chefs to be able to create intimate experiences with their customers. They could take that time to possibly have cooking classes or wine pairings or really anything. We really imagine that they're going to be able to demonstrate their value in the culinary space, and that we're going to have the opportunity to witness that firsthand.
So with that being said, we do thank you for your time and your consideration. Again, with the winnings from this competition, we hope to funnel them again to make our dreams a reality. Thank you.
Question?
Have you guys spoken to any current food trucks, and how many are seemingly interested in this opportunity?
So we've actually gone to a number of food truck parks probably every single week for the last 2-3 months. And literally we just posted casual conversations. Hey, what are your pain points? Hey, if you had something that would allow you to do this, would you be okay? We actually saw a situation 2 weeks ago where we went to a food truck park and there was a long line. And the food truck told her, unfortunately, we're unable to serve you. Our grill got too hot. So we immediately talked to the guy. We're like, hey, what happened? And he's like, it would be great if there was a way to at least let people know exactly what our inventory is. So to answer your question, yes, we've definitely gone to food trucks over the course of the last 2-3 months. I would say probably we have more than enough for 50% of what we're hoping to get for launch.
Would you, because when you think about food trucks, it's a lot of mom and pop shops. Do you guys envision helping them setting up their IT platform on the back end? Because right now it seems like you guys are handling your stuff from your end. If I'm a food truck owner, I have to upload my menu, I have to upload my prices. And if I do not have the capabilities and the talent to do that, do I have the support to do that from you guys?
Perfect question, and yes, you do. One of our biggest things is integrations, because we notice, again, different food trucks are using completely different platforms. Some use Square, some use Clover, some of them actually have a QR code system, but the QR code system that you might use might be completely different from what Mr. Ogechi may use. So the beauty of the application, you're actually able to upload your own menus. We actually want pictures for every single food item. You're able to actually still get reports based on your end of day sales, your end of week sales, so at least you're also able to do trends.
Thank you. Good job, guys.
You're welcome. Well, if there aren't any more questions, we definitely again thank you all for your time, and let's keep this competition going. Thank you.
Thanks for upgrading our judges. A round of applause again, please, for GrabGrubGo. I don't know if it's just me, but the first 2 finalists, all about food. I got hungry. But just impressive work. You know, just amazing what technology can do, how technology can revolutionize a lot of things. So just inspired by the 2 finalists so far. So, want to get the green light from the judges? We good?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay. I want to remind folks that if you have questions for the finalists, you can add them on over. So, you have I see someone, okay. Let me see if the question came through.
I think that's a question.
Ooh, that's a good question. So this wouldn't count, but GrabGrubGo, you actually had a question. Feel free to answer this. The question is, did you factor in cash incentives for the food truck owners?
I might come back on stage if I don't trip and break my Achilles. So again, the question was,
Did you factor in cash incentives for food truck owners?
so one of the additional great benefits of utilizing the app, especially for food trucks, whenever you're dealing with mobile payments, there's normally a transaction fee. And as an individual vendor, that transaction fee normally is in the range of about 2.9% plus 30 cents. And you're rated on your transactions completely by yourself. Now, when you work with financial institutions, if you are able to actually get to a certain level as far as your transactions are concerned, you're actually able to negotiate slightly lower rates. So, we've taken this into consideration as well, and because we would have so many different food trucks utilizing our platform, once we reach a certain plateau, we can actually be able to give the highest performing food trucks a little bit of that benefit. So we'll be able to actually, as we are able to negotiate better transaction fees, we'll also be able to pass that savings down to them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We good? Okay, perfect. Also wanted to just mention that if you have questions for the judges, we might have time to do that because the way it's gonna work is after we've had a chance for all the finalists to go, the judges are gonna tabulate their score. There will be a period where we need to crunch some numbers, so we can always ask the judges questions at that time. So if you have questions for the judges, please feel free to submit it as well on the Hoover app. So to keep this going, I would like to invite Gemma on stage. Our company is Nkowa Okwu.
Hello, I'm I'm the founder and CEO of Nkowa Okwu, where we're making it easier to teach Igbo online. For our students, we're creating a platform where they'll be able to go on high-quality Igbo courses, and for our instructors, we're creating a platform that will allow them to be fairly compensated for their Igbo education. Growing up, I was taught that I was Igbo before I was American. My parents taught me tons about our culture, but one thing that they didn't teach me was the language itself, because they believed if I focused on learning English, I'd have a better chance of assimilating into American culture. And as a kid, I didn't really think much of this decision, but as I grew older and I met more Igbo kids, I realized that this was a much larger pattern that's directly contributing to the current problem that we're witnessing with the Igbo language today. And that problem is that Igbo doesn't really have that much space to truly thrive. Although it's being taught in many academic settings within Nigeria, it's not being used as like the primary language in most social settings, like within business transactions, government organizations, or even within many households. And because of this, Igbo is currently labeled as an endangered language and is on track to becoming extinct by the end of the century. And we're already feeling the pain points of this projection because the online Igbo educational infrastructure for individualized learning is really low quality. And I can personally attest to this as someone who tried learning the language during quarantine and found it incredibly difficult to find robust, easy to trust, and fairly priced Igbo language learning content on the internet. And this is a common experience felt by a lot of young Igbos across the world, so much so that it's currently turned into a situation where a lot of young Igbos don't really see the need to learn the language in order for us to find jobs, communicate with our friends and family, or even to support our friends and family. This is a massive problem that we've been trying to solve with Nkowa Okwu, where we're focusing on offering high-quality, individualized Igbo language learning services. We started off as a completely free, open to contributions, Igbo English dictionary online that offers thousands of verified Igbo words, example sentences, and audio recordings. But in order for us to directly address the language crisis that we're experiencing, we want to take the platform one step further by creating Nkowa Okwu Learning, which will be our premium Igbo language learning platform. This platform will allow us to finally give students the opportunity to experience high-quality guided learning experiences for the Igbo language at fair prices, and our instructors the opportunity to be finally fairly compensated for their high-quality Igbo courses. And we know that a platform like this can provide a ton of benefits for our community, so that's why we have a huge focus on great product design. And for our students, we want to make sure that they have the ability to enroll in courses, and for our instructors, we want to make sure that they can create courses with little to no problems. So for our platform, we want to make sure that it's showcasing its value from the very beginning. Students should be able to search through all of our available courses and learn more about any course that catches their eye. And if the course is free, the student can enroll in it right then and there with no credit card information needed, so they can start learning instantly. And for our instructors, we want to make sure that the platform feels supported for them to be able to create the highest quality courses possible. We want to include features like adding audio recordings and video uploads to make sure that our students are getting the best learning experience online. And we know that there's a huge market for language learning on the internet today. When we take a big look at our biggest competitor, Duolingo, they currently have 500 million users on their platform. And a good chunk of their user base are young people who have jobs and are trying to learn a second language within their busy schedule. So we're just really asking the question, why can't that second language be Igbo? There's currently around 35 million of us around the world, but we're focusing in on a more younger demographic, specifically Gen Zs and millennials, who make up around 46% of the population. This converts over into a total addressable market of around 16 million young Igbos around the world, or a $2 million market, and this number comes from our monthly subscription model of $10 per month. But our target market is actually young Igbos who are a part of the diaspora, because we don't have direct connection to the Igbo educational infrastructure that's been set up and is currently used in Nigeria. And that's going to convert over into a $120 million market. In order for us to get a percentage of this, we want to use our business model that's going to empower our students and our instructors. So we really do believe that educational content should be incredibly easy to access, so we offer 2 tiers to our students. The first tier is going to be our free tier. It will be $10 a month. Students will have access to only our beginner level courses, and there will be ads running throughout their learning experience. Our second tier will be our paid tier. It will be $10 a month. Students will have access to all of our courses on the platform. There will be absolutely no ads on the platform for them throughout their learning experience. They get personalized instructor feedback, and they'll be able to participate in our online student learning community. From the revenue that we make from ads and from monthly subscription, 65% of that will go back into creating more courses, reinvesting in our community, and scaling. And the next 35% will go into our royalties pool, which will be used to pay back out to our instructors. And the way that instructors will get paid is based on 2 big variables. 1, how many students are enrolling in their courses, and 2, how many of those students are actually completing those courses. And in order for us to activate our business model and to start making money, we have our go-to-market strategy, where we want to build strong relationships between us, educators, and students. We want to directly partner with educators at the university or Nigerian universities and online businesses that focus on Igbo education in order for those educators to start creating courses on our platform. And we already have expressed interest from professors at the University of Nigeria who want to start using our platform soon. And for our students, we want to go to a place where our target market lives, which is social media. So we want to partner with social media influencers in order for them to showcase our product's value to their following. And we'll start running ads on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok to showcase our product's value. And we definitely know that we're the team that's able to execute all of this. As a founder and CEO, I have years of professional experience as a software engineer. I've been able to work on a number of products throughout their entire product lifecycle, from the very beginning of ideation to the very end of actually releasing. But I wouldn't have been able to make it this far onto the stage if it weren't for our incredible volunteer community that's been growing rapidly for the past couple months. We currently have around more than 75 volunteer community members, most of which are talented young Igbos like us, who have skills ranging between software engineers, product designers, audio recorders, linguists. Honestly, the list keeps going. Because of our strong community, we've been able to hit some strong numbers for our dictionary app, which currently offers more than 8,000 Igbo words, more than 2,000 Igbo example sentences, and more than 1,000 Igbo word audio recordings, which is 1,000 more words than the competitors all combined. Our dictionary app also supports 17 Igbo dialects and has around 200 active users on the platform today. And when we compare these numbers to our competitors, even though we're a small team, it's quite obvious that we're in a great position to provide the most amount of value to our community because we're focusing on a language that's been historically ignored but our competitors are far too long. When we look at the lesson teacher and Sexy Igbo, both of which are language learning platforms that focus on Igbo, they really drop the ball when it comes to showcasing and actually teaching the robustness of the Igbo language. They don't teach most Igbo dialects, they don't tap into a large educator network to fairly compensate educators around the world, and they're not community driven. And a lot of our value really comes from our active and supportive community. And then when we look at our bigger competitors like Duolingo and Memrise, both of which are platforms that offer multiple course options like English, French, or Spanish, they simply drop the ball when it comes to teaching Igbo in the first place, which again puts us in a great position to succeed. So we're seeking the $10,000 in order for us to launch our language learning platform and to grow our user base significantly throughout the year of 2022. What this looks like is during Q3 and Q4 of this year, we want to hire 5 new employees based in Nigeria for around $8,000. This is really going to be our dream team to allow us to launch the platform, have initial courses on the platform ready to go, and to actually get our go-to-market strategy in order for us to start making money. During this time, the same time period of the year, I want to finish building up the platform and start user testing to prepare for launch. And we also want to have 3 courses on the platform ready to go, specifically 1 free beginner course and 2 paywalled intermediate and advanced courses. During Q1 of 2022, we want to launch the platform. We'll start running ads on social media and using up around $1,600 to cover ad costs for around 2 months. And we're going to continue creating strong relationships between us, students, social media influencers, and educators. And finally, throughout the year of 2022, we want to retain and profit. We want to enroll around 1,000 students onto our platform and generate around $20,000 from a combination of monthly subscriptions and ad revenue. We definitely believe that we can finally address this language learning crisis, and we really hope that you all join us too. That one.
Awesome. That was a great presentation. And I like that you ended with the Igbo word.
Yeah, I want to introduce myself as like.
Awesome. I have a question. How do you currently collect the content? Do the educators upload them, or is that something your team will be working on?
So, the content for the learning platform of the courses. So the course creator that we're planning on hiring will be responsible for creating 3 courses specifically, so they'll be generating content. But on top of that, creating a standard that our community educators can use to know how to create good courses in the future. So I would say a similar structure would be like a Skillshare, where you have creators on the platform create their own courses and distribute those courses.
Okay. And the second part of my question, for the educators, what is the compensation structure? Is there a revenue split? Do you pay them?
Oh yeah, so the business model. So from all the revenue that we make on the platform, from a mixture of monthly subscriptions and ads, 35% of that will go into a royalties pool. And then the way that we calculate the numbers that they actually get paid out is based on how many students are first enrolled in their courses. So for each student that enrolls in their course, they get paid a flat fee or like a flat rate. And then depending on how much progress in each student is making month over month in their course, they'll get paid like a royalty system of a couple cents depending on how much, like let's say the percentage of the course is completed month over month. So it's just a royalties, it's like a royalty system over time. That's really relying on the progress of each student.
I see.
Yeah, it's kind of a mouthful.
Okay, cool. I'm curious, is there a reason for going that route versus paying them out? Because I know, sometimes the question becomes then they're dependent on the fact that the students finish it and things like that. What's the reason behind that?
Yeah, so we wanted to be able to kind of share the wealth and the money that we generate, but on top of that, encourage instructors to continuously update the courses. So if there's more information, like a new chapter that they want to add, instead of just paying them out one flat fee whenever a student enrolls and not get paid again, anytime they update the course, there's more value that they can generate because the student will have to go back and complete that extra portion. So it's an opportunity for them to continuously get paid.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
That was a very thoughtful presentation.
Thank you.
I really appreciate the fact that it is leaning in and protecting a tremendous asset to the community, which is the spoken word. I guess my question is, in addition to market penetration of the 35 million people that you referenced, is there a broader market penetration concept or business model that you're looking at that would introduce the language to other people that might be interested in learning the Igbo dialect?
Yeah, definitely down the line. We do have plans of making sure that within the, like, a part of places everywhere outside of Nigeria, we have plans of advertising to adjacent communities, like other Nigerian communities like Yoruba Hausa, or even African communities that are outside of America. But the main focus and reason why we're focusing on Igbo population is because of like the sense of emergency that we have in making sure the language not only just exists, but truly grows and thrives. So down the line, of course, we do want to go above and beyond and introduce new markets, but there's a real emphasis and focus on preserving the language and keeping it strong within our communities.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. First of all, thank you for taking on this very serious problem for all of us. I'm one of the many Igbo people in this room that do not speak Igbo, so plan on using that. But from your work building this, what would you say is, I guess maybe the most important tool to learning a hard language like Igbo?
So what's the most important tool to?
Yeah, so you mentioned a couple of different things that are available, like the course, like the instructor-led courses, the audio recordings, and then access to sentences and things like that. Have you noticed that there's like a specific, unique, valuable tool that makes this better than a Duolingo or better than one of the other apps out there?
Yeah, I think what really puts us or sets us apart from Duolingo is really tapping into the community of educators and teachers. I think it's a very common thing around the world that teachers are like unfairly compensated, even within America as like a rich country. I think what sets us apart from Duolingo is not only are we teaching, Igbo people in and outside of Nigeria, we're also employing people to making sure that they have livelihoods that can be built and started from this platform and go above and beyond to accelerate their careers. So in terms of the content that we offer, the content that we started our dictionary started out as public information and public dictionaries. But it was really from our community members who have experience as either linguists or translators who really verified the data, made it better, and added to it. So it's kind of those two folds of supporting our educator network and also supporting our volunteer community. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Another round of applause, please, for Gemma.